The Midosuji Line cuts right through the heart of Osaka's downtown district, making it the most convenient way to travel between the city's northern business district and the neon light-covered entertainment areas in the south. Made up of 20 stations, the line connects Osaka's most important transportation hubs, such as Shin-Osaka, Umeda, Namba and Tennoji terminal stations, making it the perfect line for sightseeing and commuting in Osaka in general. Hello everyone, I'm Mike and this is Japanese history. Osaka experienced huge population growth in the 1900s, with the population virtually doubling in the decade of the 1920s. As a result, the city's transportation system and narrow streets couldn't cope with the masses of people and streetcar chaos that followed. So city planners decided the best solution would be to build an underground rapid transit railway system and significantly widen Midosuji all at the same time. Construction started in 1929, with the widening of Midosuji from its original width of 7 metres to its current span of 44. This in turn allowed labourers to form the tunnels, using the cut and cover method, with the tunnelling trench work all being dug out by hand. However, the project did suffer setbacks, experiencing multiple cave-ins due to poor soil quality and technical challenges due to the inexperienced workforce used on the mega project. Nevertheless, the first section opened on May 20, 1933, starting from a temporary station in Umeda, with the line running south 3.1 kilometers in a straight line under Midosuji to the market and entertainment district of Shinsaibashi. At the time, the Dojima and Tosabori rivers were part of a thriving water transportation system, and tunnelling underneath them presented engineers a challenge. The solution was to dam half of the river, so the other half could remain in operation so as not to disrupt freight and passenger movements on the water. 2.5 years later, in 1935, the line was extended 900 metres to the Dotonbori Canal district of Namba in the south, while in the north, the line was extended 100 metres to the permanent Umeda station, which was buried underneath the elevated JNR Osaka station tracks. And from the very beginning, Umeda, Yodoyabashi, and Shinsaibashi stations were very spacious and well lit, featuring large, remarkably high arched ceilings, with no support pillars on the platforms. They were considered architectural marvels of the time, when compared to the dark and cramped conditions of Tokyo's Ginza line. In 1938, the line would be extended once again, another 3.4 kilometres, connecting the major rail hubs of Namba and Tennoji. Tennoji was another terminal station serving Osaka's southeast side, and like the other stations on the line before it, it featured high ceilings and extravagantly designed Art Deco chandelier lighting. However, Tennoji's ceilings were flat, made up of a series of steel beams and girders, supported by an orderly forest of circular columns with marble finishes. The Midosuji Line now consisted of 8 stations, spanning 7.5 kilometres, connecting all the city's major railway terminals via its high-speed subway system. And due to increased ridership, trains started running 3-car formations. However, there'd be no line added or additional stations for the next 13 years due to the redirection of financial and labour resources to support Japan's war effort. Once the war was finished, the Midosuji Line construction recommenced, and in December 1951, a new 1.8 kilometre section opened from Tennoji to Showacho, followed 10 months later by another 1.3 kilometre extension to Nishitanabe station in the south. The Midosuji Line uses a 750-volt DC electrical power system, which was standard for the time, and the same voltage used on the Ginza and Marunouchi lines in Tokyo, the only other operational underground subway lines in Japan. The voltage is delivered to the train via a third rail located at track level and a current collector shoe which extends out from the right-hand side of the rail cars, making contact with the third rail as the train moves down the track. The 1960s would usher in 2 new stations and extend the track another 2.5 kilometres into Osaka's southern suburbs, along with 8-car train formations starting in 1963. Up until now, the Midosuji Line's focus has been on Osaka's downtown and southern districts. But that would all change in 1964, when the entire city's focus would shift to the north. Japan's economic miracle was in full swing, and the Midosuji Line would extend northward 3.5 kilometers and add 3 new stations terminating at Shin-Osaka, which was a massive brand new airport-style Shinkansen railway terminal. However, to get there, the new extension would have to overcome some natural obstacles, like the 450-meter wide Yoda River. The solution would be a new elevated motorway called the Shin Midosuji, bridging the north and south of the massive water obstacle. The Shin Midosuji would ensure travellers using the new Shinkansen service could easily make their way into downtown Osaka via motor or rail transportation. The Midosuji subway line would be sandwiched between the up and the down road traffic lanes, on a road deck that would span 40 metres in width. This meant that everything just north of Nakamozu Station would be above ground, suspended on elevated tracks, and the Shin Midosuji would go on to become one of the busiest boulevards in all of Japan. 7 years later, the line would be extended north another 8.8 kilometres, in time for the opening of the 1970 World Expo Fair. However, only 2.9 kilometres to Esaka would officially be designated the Midosuji Line. The city government was unable to complete the remaining 5.9 kilometre section on its own, as this portion of the line went beyond the city limits, creating expropriation and financing issues. Hankyu Railways built and continues to operate this section of line, offering straight-through service to commuters to Osaka's northern suburbs. The next 17 years were dedicated to enhancing the existing system and increasing its capacity, as well as constructing the final extension in the south of the city. Existing stations and platforms were modified to increase their length, allowing for 9-car train formations, and a new centralised train control system was added. The final southern extension opened to Nakamozu on the 18th of April 1987, bringing the line to its final length of 24.5 kilometres. In 1991, the 21 series rolling stock was introduced, operating in air-conditioned 10-car formations. The vehicles have an operating speed of 70 km per hour and are designed for rapid transit in mind, consisting of 4 pairs of doors on each side of the vehicle to facilitate fast on and off boarding. 2011 would see the 30,000 series type train enter service. These trains featured large numbering painted on the front and sides of the cars. Other enhancements included new seat covers, LED lighting, and pairs of widescreen passenger information displays above the doors. In February 2015, movable platform doors were installed across the network, enhancing passenger safety. And in 2018, the Midosuji Line was privatised, transferring from Osaka Municipal Transportation Bureau, which had been in existence since 1903, to Osaka Metro Company Limited. Well, there you have it, everyone. That was the Midosuji Line in Osaka. Have you travelled on the Midosuji Line before and have a story to tell? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments section below, where you can also find our Midosuji fun facts that never made it into this video. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, or share this video with a friend if you think it's worth it. Anyway, I'm Mike, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.